to exercise our oversight functions on the Escravos gas to liquid, the plant situated at Escravos. And it is traditional, it is right, that when, will I say, strangers come into a place, you have to alert, inform, and see the owners of the land, and in this case, the chief security officer, the chief administrative officer of the state, in this case, Your Excellency, the governor. And having gone to the EGTL, the Escravos gas to liquid plant, we felt that it is very, very important, it's paramount, it's necessary to come back to the governor who is in charge of the state and all that there is in, to inform you and to tell you all our findings in this sojourn to Escravos. Your Excellency, the Committee on Gas Resources visited for the first time in this 7th National Assembly since the committee was inaugurated in September last year. We went to EGTL to do a fact-finding. A lot has been said about EGTL before our visit yesterday. One, about the perceived undue length of time that it has taken for the plant to come on stream, and a lot of perceptions have also been given as to why has it taken this length of time, what is holding back the commissioning of this wonderful edifice. Some people, have the feeling that so much money has been spent on the EGTL, while the astronomical cost, and indeed, we as a committee saddled with the responsibility of exercising the oversight to see what was the problem, what are the challenges, and if there are areas that we can intervene, we decided to embark on this trip. As we got there, Your Excellency, we observed and we found out that the plant, as at yesterday, has reached a completion stage of about 85%, which we think it was quite impressive. We were able to have presentation by the senior management of the company, the EGTL, and they reeled out their problems that they had from 2005, when it was initially conceived to cost just about $2.79 billion to what it is today, the cost of about $5.9 billion to the final cost in their forecast, which is to be about $8.4 billion. We saw indeed the handiwork of fellow Nigerians, our young men and women, who actually contributed over 70% to the construction and establishment so far of the EGTL, which should be a source of joy, a thing to be proud of. We also observed that the establishment of the EGTL has further gone to help Nigeria to reduce the much talked about gas flaring. And we all know the environmental attacks, the environmental problems associated with gas flaring. The main objective for the establishment of this plant, as we were told and as we have seen, is to reduce the gas flare, and at the same time, what would have been flared into the air that would have been environmentally dangerous is now being monetized, is being commercialized, is going to contribute to the GDP of this nation, is going to bring about increased revenue proportionate to our 25% equity participation of Nigerian government. We were told, Your Excellency, that these plants, all being well from the forecast they have, will be commissioned in the third quarter of 2013. And upon commissioning, this plant, Your Excellency, as at now is the largest gas-to-liquid plant, the second largest gas-to-liquid plant in the world, and it will produce about 4.4 million barrels of diesel, high-quality diesels per day, to also produce and all that. And that is why we said we needed to come here to brief you, Your Excellency, and acquaint you with our findings, our recent findings. It is on this note that we are here, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Very for the success of the project. It's a project that we are proud of as people of Delta States, and it's a project that Nigeria is proud of for very many reasons. There are a lot more positive things that the project will achieve. Yes, it's very commercially viable, there's no doubt about that. But for us, that is a bigger interest for Nigeria, because the revenue there goes to the national cost, like people our share. I wish we share the money before it goes to the national cost. But the way the laws are now, that's the national cost. So it's a project that's commercially viable, federal government and Nigeria. The projects that we are showcasing as a state to confirm the fact that an investment or an investor can invest in an area that even has security challenges. Because like we say, security does not stop investment. What stops investment is bad governance. We have security challenges in the Middle East. We have security challenges, not in the Middle East, I mean the Arab world and the world. We have security challenges in South Africa. Yet investors are going to those places to invest. And there are other things that will encourage investors. And for us in Delta, the effect of DGTL and the successful near completion of the DGTL also is what we are telling people that look, you do not have the security as excuse for not coming to invest here. We have other things that will make your investment viable. So we are telling investors that Delta State is a very viable place for investors. We have natural resources and we have human resources. The EGTL project itself has had a lot of harm. Apart from the fact that it's also a project that will improve on the environment because it will reduce most of the flaring of gas. The main fact that it's being constructed in the area, I can say, helps up to 70% in reducing the security tension we have here. In spite of the fact that the construction started at the peak of the Nigerian Delta crisis, who from the inception started with the state government and we worked out a security strategy. And our major plan for that security strategy is to ensure that at least some of the activities or some of the jobs are given to the locals. So today, a lot of the supplies that are not really technical, like the households, supply of food and all that, even the transport boats that they are using, most of them are given to the locals. And because of that, locals will take that project. This is a committee that was looking into the cost of the project and are key to them. Yes, we are not involved in costing, don't know anything about the cost of the state, but we are going to them to have a liquid study at the implication of stopping the project because it affects a lot of our people and it affects the security. So I want to use the opportunity to, through you, thank the Senate who listened to us and did not stop the project. Whatever costing implications there are, we don't want to get involved. I think that can be handled through the Senate and the other bodies that are involved. So please We also want to emphasize the fact that the project should allow to continue, when now that it has reached 5% completion. Well, one of the things that we're also very happy about is the manpower that project has been used. Like rightly you said, there are 14,000 workers in place, and bulk of them are from this area. We do hope that other investors will take advantage of the manpower and use those use So let me thank you for the visit to visit here. But since you are here as Committee on Gas Resources, I will also use the opportunity to make some other appeals that affect us as a state. We're a state that has a lot of natural resources, and one of them is gas. Although we have a lot of gas, we have the problem of not having gas use for our various projects. Other investors are coming, even as the state government. We have an independent power plant now that will not be able to arrive at some agreement with Nigerian Gas Company, NGC, on how to supply us gas for the IPP. But because it's a dual mode plant, we are preparing to use an alternative source of power plants. And the implication of that is that many investors that will be coming in that will use dry gas will not have enough dry gas to use. Why is that happening? Although we produce most of the gas in the West being Bayelsa, Delta, Edo, and Ondo, most of the that gas is piped to the earth, the Lagos pipeline that goes to companies in the western region of Nigeria, and of course to other West African countries like Ghana, Togo, that are suppliers with that. And that leaves us in the state with next to non-gas for our own utilization. Whereas in the east, rivers, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, they have excess gas. They have more than enough gas. So my own tracks, we've been appealing for over 6 years now that there's a particular pipeline, what we call the OBOB pipeline, the Obafu pipeline. If that pipeline is constructed, some of the gas can be evacuated from the east into the west. Some are available for us to use, and it can enter the air. I also appeal to you to please put pressure on the NNPC to award that contract and let that pipeline constructed. And in doing so, free some of the gas for us to use in the industry. The second challenge really is we have some gas with Chevron. We have some challenges construction pipeline to that site for the communities. I think we have successfully reached an agreement with communities. The communities have mobilized from that place. I hear construction has resumed in that place. I know in about 5 to 6 weeks. That is the pipeline will be completed, and there will be improved supply of gas from that place. Because we know that right now the power situation in Nigeria is very poor. There's a lot of potential of generating power because of lack of supply of gas. The capacity to generate power is not being maximized. So I just thought that you bring this to your attention as Committee on Gas Resources, so that whatever you can do to ensure that improve gas in the state and the national level. So once more, let me welcome you and thank you for this. Please, I want you to come again and again, because we're very busy, and it will also help us.